Hello guys, welcome back to the Inception. And sorry for not posting for a couple of weeks. I've been extremely busy taking care of some other stuff. Unfortunately, the social media things is gonna is gonna be the first one where I want to remove some time. I'm gonna remove it from that. So I'm gonna be back full time with the market outlook today and with many contents for the YouTube channel. So I really suggest you subscribe to this channel. You like this video, start to, exchange the value I'm giving to you. So yeah, the Instagram page, yesterday we had the meeting. It was really nice spending time with some of you. It's always good, especially, I mean, for traders to meet outside of trading. It's not all about charts, life. Charts is just a little part. There is human connections, networking, exchanging experience, making new contacts, making new friends, new people that can open other doors. And that was about yesterday. Thanks to all of you that were there, and I really hope you had an amazing time. But yeah, back into business. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just quickly go through the calendar just to highlight the main, let's say, high impact news. And then we're gonna go through some forex chart, which is gonna be only EU and GJ, the only pairs the only two pairs that I trade. Then we're gonna analyze BTC chart and some indices. So I'm gonna kind of create this new format where on my market outlook I go through different markets, not only the forex, because maybe someone may be interested in knowing about indices or even crypto markets. So I'm gonna just make a little, let's say, longer video, which I'm gonna upload only on YouTube, so that people can really take time to go through it. But yeah, let's get started. So into the forex calendar, most of the things are gonna be this week. Wednesday, 7 a.m. CPI, so means inflation for UK, and then we have the FOMC statement, which is very important. The funds rate, which means the interest rate. This is gonna be very crucial this Wednesday, and is gonna set the tone for the US dollar, which in return is gonna give us the tone for all the pairs that we trade. So this is gonna be an extremely important event. You maybe don't want to be in the market at the right at that time at 6 p.m. But yeah, just make sure you keep in mind. On Thursday we have the pound policy, monetary policy. So it's very important as well to understand that when there is a high impact news week, you need to spot the clues that can, let's say, help you to position before the event. So you want to take advantage of the event. You want to be in the market already, maybe already break even, maybe already, without the risk exposure. But this is very important because it means there is volatility. We as a traders, we like volatility. We just want to be in the right side. So yeah, just make sure you know which times these high impact news are gonna impact the market, so that you can take advantage or just stay out. And then we have inflation for Europe on Friday, and yeah, some other things which I'm not gonna go too much into it. I don't want, fundamentals that economics are very complex, and if I want to go into each of them in a singular way, I'm gonna do 2 hours video, because it's very important that each data makes let's say, have a meaning depending on the context, depending on what's the market expecting, depending on what the data means for the market. So it means they're gonna, let's say, the Fed is gonna take a decision for each data. For example, the market already knows, okay, if, let's say, unemployment is low, then means that the Fed is gonna lower interest rate, which means the stock are gonna go higher, which means high risk assets are gonna go higher, which means the dollar is gonna go lower. And it's all a concatenation of information, and that's why it's a very long thing. You need to know each of everything. to understand how economic news can impact something and what's the meaning behind of it. But we're not gonna go through this today. Maybe in the future I'm gonna do only some fundamental, let's say, breakdown. But it's not relevant for you for today, and it's not relevant for me for my day trading. Honestly, I know what's going on, but it's not really part of my plan. So I'm gonna skip it. So let's go through some charts. So first of all, Euro USD, extreme example of structure. So as you can see, movement, easy. Retracement, swing, retracement, swing, maybe. I don't know. This is an area of value for shorts, that's for sure. This is an area of value for long, that's for sure. So the scenario for you is to either reach this area here, where there's gonna be reaction, or wait for the reaction in this area and try to take a retracement, where take this liquidity first. So this will be your target, because maybe what can happen is this: we short from here, we create liquidity, and then we grab the liquidity. So this is just something you want to keep in mind. This is a hourly chart. I choose to use the hourly chart just because it's very clean. As you can see, the retracement motion, especially in here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is what you want to see, okay? Maybe you're gonna get another higher low, and then you can capitalize on this movement. So it's just a matter of knowing where you are, where you want to go, where is going to be your target, especially where is going to be your vision. So my vision is this: we're going to reach this area, and then once we reach this area, I'm going to evaluate for shorts. If we don't reach this area, we may create some liquidity here. Okay, let's say we create liquidity and we start to retrace strongly. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if there is any buy opportunity in this area, so then maybe target this liquidity formed and go back to this area. But yeah, long-term vision is a buy, but I'm not sure. I still have an area here which is unmitigated. I don't mind waiting for this area before taking any long. If I want to take long-term long, I want to see this high here, manipulation high, very strong high, get broken. So once this high is broken, then I'm like, okay, now we can see this was another liquidity grab. So we grab the liquidity from the high, we grab the liquidity from the low, and now we are heading higher. So that's for me. For you, nothing really major for now. I can see, for example, we can manage to, if there is any, I would say this area here, there is an area here, there is some liquidity. This is for me liquidity investment. So it's a high or lows that are used mainly for liquidity fuel. So in this case, what we have here, we have a clean candle. Yeah, I removed the magnet. I'm gonna put it back. We have a clean candle here before the impulse. Let's see which price is this. Okay, closer to the 500. There is liquidity. I'm not gonna lie, if let's say I can see this. Sorry, I can see this as not a really convinced. I can see this as a liquidity, for example. I can wait this area. Maybe, if I'm confident and I have some, let's say, other criteria, I can even put my limit order, sorry, here, to then target these as a first target and these as the second target. So it can be a good trade. But still, for now, nothing major. I'm just gonna wait. I usually trade only in New York, so that's what I'm gonna do today as well. So this was EU. But yeah, leave it like this. and then I'm going to go to GJ. GJ is slightly more complicated structure because we have, let's say, bearish and bullish structure within the same structure. I'm going to show you how in a moment. But my long-term vision, long-term meaning in the next couple of weeks, is to reach this area. Okay, so first of all, this area, this liquidity is not casual. We're going to go first to this area, and my following target is this. My long-term target is this high. I think this high is going to get broken. We are in a bullish trend, especially now. We made a new high, as you can see. So we are moving higher. In a more short-term view, what you can see here, so this is a 4 hour, you can go into the 1 hour. We see that here we had a demand area. Price has spiked to it. Liquidity grab on the low, break the high. And now this morning I had my area here. So if you want to see, my area was in the 5 minutes. Very clean candle here. This was a liquidity inducement, so a low or a high that is used to just create liquidity. Okay, price, multiply the liquidity, you see, and then spiked into it. Liquidity grab, change of structure. I want to take this trade. I want to take this long. I'm gonna just wait when. This is gonna be my first target here, the high, previous high. There is enough room for me to take a trade. Look how nice this risk to reward looks, you know. So in my opinion, that's gonna be the area 159.350, something like that. I can, if I'm a swing trader, which I'm not, but sometimes I do, I can literally just on the 50-minute, I see this candle, right? I see the impulse. I can just put a limit order here. And this will be my, let's say, my trade if I was a swinger. Just stop loss below the low and target the high. Swing trade 1 to 7. Easy. This is a liquidity endorsement. I'm gonna show you. This is liquidity. So I say, okay, I have liquidity, I have a clean area, I have a clean target. This can be a trade already. But yeah, just to show you that if you're flexible, if you understand the market in its own, you can create your scenario, your narrative, and you can decide for that trade, okay, I have enough confirmation for not wait, for example, a 1 minute structure, a break of structure, to just go with the swing. Because most of the time, you don't want to be extremely precise. You want to be in the market, you want to have a nice risk to reward, you want to have enough confluence and confidence to take the trade. But then doesn't matter if you're taking the trade in 1 minute, the 15 minute, and the 1 hour. If the 5 minute is clear and clean, just take the trade on the 5 minute. You know, that's facts. But yeah, just to say, these are the two, let's say, things I'm looking for today, for today's New York session. Now let's go on the crypto space. So if you follow my Instagram page, I was talking about the 30K level for a long time. And now what this shows is that smart money concept, which in my opinion is overly complicated by the public eye and by the YouTube space, is extremely simple. And is based on structure and order flow. So if you know the structure and the order flow, you know where price is heading, because that's where the last, let's say, volume of orders has been injected. So what we have here, we have structure-wise a break of structure. So we have a high, a new low, and then a new high. So this will be our last low, and this is our new high. What this shows is that Bitcoin has been increasing from the 21st of November to today of almost 85%. It's a crazy bull run. I mean, bull run is 1,000%, but this is the bottom. It cannot be anywhere, cannot be anything else. And when you start to see volume like this, like Bitcoin just went from 15 to 30K, with no retracement, with only bullish candles. Let's say the weekly. Let's look at the weekly. Does this seem like there is no volume or no interest in crypto? Look at these candles. So in my opinion, this level on the 10K, which everyone was expected, is not gonna be tapped on this cycle. Because remember, okay, this is not the logarithmic scale. Let's go in the logarithmic. So what we can see here is a steady growth, okay, steady growth of this asset, steady growth, and the more the cycle the more the cycle stays long, the more this curve is gonna get flattened, and that's why, okay, not really like this, but got what I mean. So the curve is gonna get flattened, and so I do expect Bitcoin to break the high, okay, this high with the bull run, which can be catalyzed by what? Let me know if you know what I know. The banking system crash. So this can be the reasoning for Bitcoin to make a new high in the 100K. While everyone is shorting, while everyone is thinking, we're gonna go lower, we're gonna go higher. And that's my view. Just because this in a monthly chart can easily be a double top, which means liquidity to squeeze. And also, look at these candles. Look at these candles from the bull run. Don't they look like this? Do you think this buy candle has anything to do, let's say, with a bearish market? This is a clean weekly candle of Bitcoin, of billions of injection of liquidity. And I don't see this thing stopping at the 30K, I'll be honest. It may be, because that's the next level. So the next level will be 30K, then 40K, then 49, 50, all these areas where I have this markup. But bear in mind, if you want to get involved in crypto, you should be already in from these lows. Okay. Because that's how you make money. If you try to take, let's say, a long year, nothing stops Bitcoin from taking liquidity to this other low and then go even higher. So that's why when you have a vision, you want to have as well a price range. So you say, for example, okay, if Bitcoin comes to 15K, I'm gonna take a buy. Personally, I don't buy Bitcoin because of the return on investment, but I have a portfolio of altcoin which I bought all of them in the FTX crash, because that's where you want to buy. You want to buy at a price range. I'm not saying that each of my, let's say, investment were exactly at the peak and I was in profit from day one. I went into drawdown. I managed to even buy, to average costs into the other crypto. But that's the thing, you want to have a price range, you want to get involved. Right now I'm in profit. In the bull run, I'm not worried to get in because I'm already in. I'm just worried to maybe increase my exposure, increase my position size when I see some, let's say, high value information. And that's the thing. But in case I don't get what I want, which can be a retracement, which can be the price that I want or whatever, I'm already in, so I'm not worried. And that's because you understand the price cycle. You understand we can be making the bottom. Let's say many people are now looking to buy, but we are already 100% away from the bottom. And that's money, especially in the altcoin space. But yeah, I don't want to make you feel the FOMO, but that's the thing. This is very big injection of liquidity, and can be the banking system one of the catalysts. I think so. So just to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. Let me know if you want some, let's say, in-depth analysis of cryptos, or maybe you have some cryptos you want to analyze. But yeah, next one will be the indices. So indices are extremely important to understand the economy, to understand the other kind of assets. So because Bitcoin, for example, the crypto space is highly correlated with stocks. Stocks are highly correlated with bonds. Bonds are highly correlated with with how the Fed, the Europe, and all these central banks take their decision. So it's everything connected. That's why you want to have an eye on each market, because each market can give you a little information, a little piece of the puzzle, which can help you make the right decision, especially if you, as me, are a long-term investor. So I'm not only a crypto forex trader. I'm a crypto investor, medium term, and I'm a long-term investor in the stock market. So I want to know how the stock is performing, especially because I invest in indices, how the S&P 500 is performing, if there is a nice possibility and opportunity lining up, I want to be aware of it. So as in this case, we are in the US 30 and the S&P 500. So in my humble opinion, we are making new highs. So we have here a clean area of retracement, but until this low gets broken, we are still in a higher high and higher low situation. So my next level to watch is gonna be this. And in the case scenario where this high get taken, then we are full mode into bullish. And this on the 12th of October will be the low. So make sure you're aware, make sure you're not trading with this bullshit trend line. Oh yeah, the trend line I'm gonna short because these people are gonna get slaughtered. So just make sure you understand the order flow. If we're making new high, new low, means there is order flow bullish. Bullish order flow means making new highs. So make it simple. And thank you for listening to this. Let me know if you want to go in depth about anything else. I wish you an amazing week. I'm gonna post a couple of really, really, really high value video in the next couple of weeks, and we catch up there. Follow the channel, follow me on Instagram, and please like and subscribe. I'll catch up with you soon.